You know, they say to love someone, you must first love yourself. But sometimes it's easier said than done. Joining us now to make that process a little easier and to share some tips on building our self-esteem is Dr. Teralyn Sell. Doctor, how are you doing today?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, we were talking off air. I was saying, you know, some of us have a problem of having too much self-esteem, but we'll save that for another day. All right, now here's my first question. I'm going to go off the script already.
Geez.
How does somebody lose their self-esteem?
You know, self-esteem is lost through history and time. So it's really perceived stress and perceived criticism of others, which makes you not trust yourself and shut down your own self-esteem.
So it's coming over some kind of some history. All right, so
Yeah.
you've got tactics here on how to build that self-esteem up. First one is practice saying no. Why is that important?
It's important because a lot of people who have low self-esteem actually are people pleasers. So they say yes to too much. So it's important to say no to the things you really don't want to do. So practice on smaller things, and that does allow you to find your voice for larger things.
So maybe you build everybody else up, but not yourself.
Yeah, that overcommitment thing, right? To be pleasing to other people.
All right, do some folks start their day on a negative note, and how important is it to start off positive?
Listen, if you pick up your phone and you start with emails or social media, that's a pretty negative way to start your day, if you ask me. So starting it with more positive intention before your feet even hit the floor, come up with something about yourself to create that new neural pathway to the positive, like today's going to be a good day, or even I have confidence today.
All right, love that. Now, your next tactic is say yes to things that you want, but right away I'm like, but you can overdo that too, I guess, right?
Oh, for sure. That's why the first one was practice saying no. So, right. So if you know what yes feels like, and when I say that, like, think of something that you said yes to, you feel that in your body, like, yes, that is the right thing to do for me. So saying yes is just as important as saying no. And a lack of confidence prevents us from doing the things we actually want. So then you end up being the observer in your life instead of the participant. So work on saying yes to small things again to allow yourself to be an active participant.
You know what I just kind of keep hearing, Doctor, is positive. If you've got a positive mindset, then after a while, you'll just always be positive, I guess.
I don't know about always.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's pretty hard on the spectrum over here. Yeah. I mean, we create those neural pathways to negative. We can do the same thing for positive. And to be honest, as people, we like to look for problems, right? So problems are negative, and that comes from our history as human beings, really. So to unwind that in today's world where not everything is a problem, that's important.
Yeah, it's probably tougher today. Okay, how important are clothes?
So clothes are really important. If you feel uncomfortable in your clothes, you're going to feel uncomfortable in your own skin. So work on getting clothes that make you feel confident and comfortable. Here's a nice tip that I just learned. Use a tailor to get a few statement pieces that actually fit you like a glove. That makes you feel so good, and you'll feel more comfortable and confident.
Wow, that's awesome. I love all these tips. And number 5 is seek help.
Well, when in doubt, seek some help. So there's a lot of different ways to get help now with your confidence. If you want to take a deep dive into your history to really uncover where it came from and how you can dissolve it, go to therapy or even go to a confidence coach and use those online support groups. The last couple of years have been booming with online support groups. So that's a great way to have accessibility in your own self-care.
All right, so brain health and all of this is all fascinating. I mean, we could probably branch off into food that helps your brain and all kinds of stuff.
For sure, absolutely. Have me back. I'll do all those things.
You know what? We're going to have you back because I've been accused by some, not to say her name, that I've got too much self-esteem.
I might have to charge double for that session, by the way.
All right. Hey, thanks, Doctor. We really appreciate it. You've really helped a lot of folks out there. All right.